Hey everybody, I'm back. So today I'm going to be making I want to call it kid friendly spaghetti because, my kids and me as well, like I don't like all the bell peppers and all that everybody put in their spaghettis. So I'm going to call it kid friendly because, kids are picky and they only like certain stuff in their spaghetti. But it's a really quick meal that you can make in about, I want to say 30 minutes, 45, if that. But yeah, first I'm gonna start off with the ingredients, then I'm gonna go into how I prepare it. Hey guys, so I'm back. This is the ingredients that I use for my spaghetti. Pretty basic. So I have the Malinks, the thin spaghetti. You can use regular spaghetti. You can use whatever pasta you prefer. I just like the thin ones. Taco seasonings, which is one of my secrets that I usually don't share, but I'm gonna share with you guys. Got my ground beef, my ragu, have my garlic powder, onion powder, lemon pepper, garlic plus onion powder with black pepper and sea salt, and seasoned salts. I know people's like, oh, what do you need the seasoned salt with the salt? But when you know how to cook and season stuff, it doesn't matter what seasoning you use. Also, this is a very, very low budget meal. I want to say about altogether, you probably spend $25, $30, but it's very affordable. Some stuff you can get at the Dollar Tree, but yeah, that's pretty much it with that. So when I come back, I'm going to go into how I cook everything. So now I'm chopping up the onion. I know it seems like I'm taking off a lot, but it's only because the onion is kind of old and I didn't want to waste it. So I'm just cutting all the bad parts of it. I'm not going to use this whole piece. I'm going to cut about 3 slices of it because like I said, my kids don't really care for them. So it's more so for the flavor. So I'm going to chop it up really, really small. As small as I can get it. That's about as small as it's going to get. So now my sausage is cut up. I didn't let you guys follow me step from step, but now I'm going to just put them in the pan and fry them for a couple of minutes. 5 minutes the most, like they're brown on both sides and they're soft. Some people like them crispy with a little burn to it, but not me. I just want them to be cooked now. So I'm adding a little bit more oil because the pan was kind of dry at the bottom. Now I'm going to just cook those and let them cook for a few minutes. So now I'm going to put my sauce in the pan so it can simmer and cook. It's splattered out a little bit, so I'm going to just take the towel and wipe it off. Then I'm going to add my second jar. I usually use 2.5 to 3. I don't like my spaghetti dry because, the next day once it's set, it may dry out a little bit. So, yeah, I use 2.5 to 3 depending on how much pasta I cook. Then I add a little bit of water in one of the jars. Not too much, like literally a little bit. Just to take the thickness out of it a little bit. Then I got my taco season, which is my secret recipe to my spaghetti. I'm going to put a whole package of that. I'm going to add a little more water to it because, with the taco seasoning, it needs water. So I fill this up, the taco packaging of water, and I pour it into the sauce. And then I'm going to stir it in until it's evenly spread out around the whole pan. I'm going to let this cook for about 15 minutes. Also, I have my water over here boiling. I put a little oil so it doesn't stick. My noodles doesn't stick. And I'm going to let this simmer for about 15 to 20 minutes. And I'll be back. Got to add that I do use sugar. 2.5 teaspoons of sugar. A lot of people use it to make it sweet. I don't do it. It's kind of like an in-between. It's so, so good. So now that it's simmered or whatever, I put my meat and my links in the sauce. And I let that cook for another 15, 20 minutes. As you can see, my pasta is starting to cook as well. Waiting on that. So I'm spreading it out to make sure it's evenly. All of it is touching the sauce. And we're going to let this sit. As you can see, I strained the pasta. I put it in a bigger pot so both the meat and the pasta can fit. This is where it gets tricky. You have to like do it to where it doesn't spill all over the place. So you see, I'm gonna have to like switch angles because it's going to splatter all over. Take your time because it's really, really hot. Don't want to be burnt. Just pour it in slowly until all the meat sauce is into the pot. Then I'm going to take a napkin to wipe around the edges, the little stuff that's splattered. Then I'm going to stir everything and mix everything in. And voila, there is my spaghetti. As you can see, the kids are enjoying their spaghetti. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe.